Hey guys, welcome back to another sonic screwdriver video. In this one, we are going to be taking a look and talking about my custom wand company 10th Doctor's sonic screwdriver remote control that I've actually had in the collection now for 10 years. Yeah, I got this all the way back in 2014, and for some reason we've just never got round to looking at it on the channel. It did pop up on my old Instagram back in the day, but yeah, it's never had a video of its own, so I thought we'd show it some love today and take a good proper look at this absolute beauty of a sonic screwdriver. So here it is here, sitting on this rather interesting looking display stand, which of course we will also be taking a look at. But first things first, let's take a look at the sonic screwdriver itself. So, one of the first things you may notice about it is how shiny it is. And that'll be because about 5 minutes ago, right before I started filming this video, I gave it a very quick polish with some Cape Cod polishing cloths. So it's got a bit of a shine going on right now. Not too much. It could probably do with a bit more of a polish to give it that mirror finish, but yeah, it's looking good. A lot better than it was before I gave it a polish, that's for sure. But yeah, it is an interesting one, this one, for me as well, because I never really intended for this to be a custom sonic screwdriver, but this is how it's come out. And to be honest, couldn't really be more pleased with it. Very happy with this one. It's a personal favourite of mine. So let's take a good proper look at it. Like the title says, it is a wand company sonic screwdriver remote, and it's had a few upgrades over the years. Little upgrade here and there, probably 3 or 4 maybe, but yeah, it started out as a wand company sonic screwdriver remote, the 10th Doctor version, which we got in 2013, and this is a standard release, so this is how it would come fresh out the box, and it is very good, very good. I mean, this retailed for, I think it was about £70 when this came out, and what an amazing price, you know, for what it is and how it looks, and it's just great. I loved this when it first came out. So much so, I actually had like 2 or 3 of them. But yeah, this is just the standard release as it would come out the box. I haven't done anything to this one, apart from change the battery, of course, because they just die if you don't change them. But yeah, so this is just a standard release. We also have the standard stand, which is just this nice magnetic display base, which just sort of plonks down and you can pop it on. Very good. But yeah, this one started out looking exactly like that, and like I said, I gave it a few upgrades. So it's got a aluminium body now, which is basically this whole section here, and that's new. We have a new slider, which is basically an Aztec button frame on this new button, which is a sort of micro button facade. It's not an actual real micro button, but that pushes down on the actual button that's inside the sliding section there, of course. We also have a new LED installed, which I have put into the slider channel, the bottom of the acrylic rod, so that lights up at the same time as the top one. So it's, you know, a bit hard to see with these lights on, but as you can see there, it's lighting up this slider channel, looking pretty good. So yeah, that's one upgrade there. And I guess the final upgrade, which isn't really an upgrade, is I painted the end cap a long time ago, so it is a bit worn. That is the original Wand Company end cap that's just been painted black, so it is actually very scuffed now because, like I said, I did paint it a very long time ago. But to be honest, I think that just adds to the look. Obviously, I do carry this around now and then because it's sort of my, I guess, personal sonic screwdriver, in a sense that it's not based on any, you know, specific version of the Doctor's sonic. It's a wide slider Aztec hybrid, I guess. But yeah, it's still got all of the same features that a Wand Company remote would have, so it still works the TV and everything like that, and it has all of them amazing sound effects. So yeah, pretty good for sound effects, this one. And obviously the remote control features and everything, you know, turning off TVs wherever you go, that's really just the added bonus to it, to be honest. So yeah, it's a pretty good screwdriver, and we will take a quick look at the stand. So the stand is a standard Wand Company base to start with, and you can see that I've actually polished that up, so gave it a good buff, a good polish, you know, sanded it down, and then I actually painted in the sort of detail in there with the black, with a bit of black paint. So even though they're exactly the same, they do look quite a bit different. And to be honest, this one would actually probably suit being on here a bit more, because color wise, but because obviously the screwdriver is nice and shiny, I thought this bit would look pretty good being shiny too. So the rest of the base is actually a stand for the stand, which is interesting. A stand for the stand, I guess. But yeah, this is from Rubbertoe Replicas, and I got this pretty much around the same time, so probably about 10 years ago. And this was actually one of the first things that I bought from Rubbertoe Replicas. It's very early on, so yeah, that's pretty cool. So I've always liked this stand, and the original base just sort of slots in there, and you've got that little bit of space in there where you can keep the charger wire, but obviously I don't keep mine in there, but you can do. So that just fits in there nicely, and the screwdriver obviously has the magnetic bit in the end cap, so it fits on there pretty well, and it looks pretty good. So yeah, where did this screwdriver come from? How has it come about? Well, when I bought this, obviously it started out as one of these, and then I saw an advertisement for the aluminium body, which a gentleman on the RPF forum was advertising for sale. Now this is way back in 2014, so I'm just going to say they're not available now, unfortunately. I think there are other people who make metal bodies and things for these remotes, but you know, this is way back when. But yeah, I saw the advertisement and I was like, I'm definitely gonna have one of them. So when it arrived, I had all the intention of painting it to resemble the wide slider sonic screwdriver that was used during series 1 and 2 of Doctor Who by Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant. So this is actually what I was gonna make this one into. This is actually the Rubbertoe Replicas version that I got last year, and this is pretty good. So this is the wide slider. As you can see, it's got the wide slider. But yeah, obviously now I've got this one, I didn't really need to paint my other one, but essentially, right, so back in 2014 when I got this one, I had all the intention of painting it to look like the version of this version of the prop. But when it came and I saw the bare aluminium, you know, the look of this, you know, how it looks now, I just loved it so much. I couldn't bring myself to paint it. I don't know why, I just really liked the look of this sonic screwdriver, the bare metal. So I decided that I was not going to paint it and that I was going to keep it as a custom. And then right after I decided that, I ordered another one of these bodies from the gentleman on the RPF. And when that arrived, I put that on my other One Company sonic screwdriver remote, and that became my wide slider, which I don't have anymore, but it has appeared on the channel multiple times. So that was literally the same as this bare metal body here, except this one was painted up to resemble the wide slider used by the 9th and 10th Doctors. So I had sort of best of both worlds there, where I had my custom version and I also had the one that looked like the prop. And then fast forward a few years, where we have the official replica from Rubbertoe Replicas, and also the other one that I got from Little Shop Props the year previously. I didn't really need my custom One Company one anymore, so I sold that one and I don't have that one anymore. But I had to keep the custom, of course. Can't get rid of the custom because it's, you know, it's one of my favorites, So that's sort of how I got the body for it from the guy on the RPF. That's a very long version of the story, but yeah. The button frame, part of the button is a 3D printed piece from shapeways.com with a micro button front stuck on the top. And we also have this button frame, which is brass, which is also from shapeways.com. You can get them printed in different materials, so you could get a 3D printed resin one, or you could get a aluminium one, and I opted for brass because I thought it would look pretty good against the aluminium. And yeah, it does look pretty good, and I do like this slider. Obviously I did just have it like this at one point, but when I decided that it was going to be a custom version, I thought, let's make it more custom and have a custom slider. And also it's just easier to, you know, slide up and down with this on, and it still works like it should do. So we're all good there. The blue strip, literally just painted on with some blue paint. I could have actually painted it a different color, but at the time I just painted it blue, obviously because the dome and LED is still blue, and we've also got my extra blue LED, so we're keeping in with the blue theme. Of course, we're going to keep the blue strip. Yeah, so that's pretty much the upgrades to it. And you know, why have we not looked at it before? I don't know why we've never looked at it on the channel before. I guess it's not one I really found interesting, because it's just sort of an unpainted wide slider. But you know, I've had it in the collection for so long, I thought we need to take a good look at it, really, and I'm glad we have. So it is a One Company sonic screwdriver, which is not available anymore, so I can't really recommend getting one to anybody. And obviously they don't make the bodies, so I can't really recommend where to get the body from. But if you want a wide slider, then definitely check out rubbertoereplicas.com, because they are taking pre-orders for their version of the wide slider right now. And they also have their version of the Series 4 10th Doctor screwdriver for sale. So that looks basically a bit like this one, but it's the actual replica version. So if you're interested in any sonic screwdriver replicas, then I recommend checking out Rubbertoe Replicas. And there's also Little Shop Props as well, don't forget them. If you're actually after a One Company sonic screwdriver, I guess eBay would be the best option now. But yeah, that'll be it for this video again, guys. Sorry for rambling on a bit, but thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.